school term. We live to see another day, we teachers. Hey! How's everyone? Oh, I feel like a Jill doing that sometimes, but hey, it's part of the show, isn't it? I got to get my plugs in now. Hang on 1 second. Hey! Hey! How's everyone tonight? Oh, good. I think I just said that. My name is Chris Quinlan. How are you? MelbourneMusos, Face Chook live from the Alex Theatre. Alex rocks! Oh. Bit atmospheric tonight. What I want to talk about tonight is actually moving on. Moving on from what I talked about last week, which was the inaugural show for Alex Rocks, Alex Theatre, and everyone. And I thanked a lot of people, and I'm going to thank them again. Susie Cupie Doll, Tim Burnett behind the camera. Hello, mate, how are you? I hope the jokes are going to be a bit better for you tonight, mate. And, and everyone at the Alex Theatre. Simon as well. Everybody. Anyway, there you go. And Susie Cupie Doll, mwah, for inviting me to be a part of this wonderful project. What I'm doing tonight is I'm going to move along a little bit with what I was talking about last week. Last week I was talking about being in such a beautiful space such as this, the main foyer of the Alex Theatre, and how we change our sounds and how we do different things. So I was talking about E-rings last week, all sorts of little different bibs and bobs. Even a few weeks ago when I was doing it from the studio, I was talking about when we're feathering a bass drum, you know, when we're doing jazz and all this. This is when I was doing a tribute to Dear Jimmy Cobb, Miles Davis's drummer for the Kind of Blue album, arguably the most important jazz album and all that. Baby socks on your bass drum beaters and all that. Now, what I've done tonight is I'm going to do something different. I've got these ancient mallets in my hand that I've repaired and all sorts of business. They just still keep on going. I have these a long time. There you go. These are older than a lot of my students. Actually, most of my students. But what I've actually done with the bass drum, I want to just give you a little bit of a sound of this, because this is what I'm going to be working with tonight. Can you hear that? Whoa. Hey, I've taken the stuffing out, you see, and that's what I'm going to do. So that tonight the drums are fairly much wide open. So I'm going to be a little bit on the atmospheric side here. And I want to show you a couple of things, if I may, as far as technique. You might also see that I've changed my tom-toms around. There's the high tom. And there's the mid-tom there. I'll swap them around. So when you're doing the typical you get different flavors, you see. The other thing that I want to show you is down here. I do a little thing here called splash hats, and what happens here is that you've got your typical hi-hat, and last week I was talking about heel toe, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is, there's one there. A bit more force and the hi-hat tambourine comes into play. Heel toe and all that sort of business. But if I just do this, do you see what I'm doing down on boot cam here? Actually, red chippy shoes cam here. I thought I'd sort of try and match the decor. Not successfully. But anyway, what goes on there is I've just got that, right? So. see. And one of the things that can happen, I'm always rabbiting on about the hi-hat, aren't I? What goes on is that with the hi-hat, you get so many nuances of sound and stuff. One of the things I was showing one of my students the other day was the idea of playing the bottom hi-hat. You used to see, you still do, Max Roach. I played in Max Roach's Mr. Hi-Hats, and where you're playing the... things like that, you see. And then away you go with that, you see. So there's lots of different things you can do. What am I going to do? And then when you've got this, you're putting air. You're putting a air into the room, you see. You've got that kind of... Now, if I didn't have that and just chick, that's fine. That's cool. But what? Now what I'm doing here, and I'll talk about toms a little bit now, and I'm going to take the snares off and go back to the mallets to try and make it a little bit more on the ambient atmospheric side, because this is perfect for you to do it in. What happens is you get yourself a matching set of cymbals there, and then what can happen is we go down the track of atmospheric kind of, might as well say theatrical, you know. And that's why I've got the bass drum wide open tonight, you see. Different. Now that's a double stroke roll, right? Now, what goes on with a double stroke roll? I was talking a little while ago about torque ratios and all that, like a four-wheel drive, you know, as you go further up, the computer, you know, hugs the, you know, what was that joke I did the other day? It's something to hang on to. But let's not go down that rabbit hole tonight.